Hey bot, how are you? Yeah, go ahead. There's nobody here, so take your time. Hey, bot. Uh, so I was gonna start with PayPal. Not sure if you are still in PayPal or not. So I was looking at this pattern that PayPal is making now. It's a butterfly pattern, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, butterfly. Now we're talking here, if you compare it with the pattern that we have formed, we are at 1.03 fib retracement. And it's around what 1.27 where it becomes bullish. Even though it did went back a little bit, but yeah. So it is forming a bullish pattern, and I'm still in PayPal. I'm not sure. Yeah, are you still in PayPal or did you exit out? Yeah, I'm still in PayPal. I actually averaged down today, and I have around 20 spreads, 20 contracts in vertical debit spread. 260, 65, I think that's what I am in. 265, 70, either of those. Yeah, the only factor I think in this trade is the time. Not, I'm not sure whether we have enough time, but this is a good trade. I mean, I think it's a time to get into leaps. I think Jay did mention the small account to get leaps or stocks for this, and it will be a good trade if you get into leaps. My trade at this point, it's just a loto now for me because if it hits, if the PayPal gets to this level, 270-ish, that's gonna be a huge return that I'll be getting. Otherwise, most probably it's gonna just go waste. You never went in. That's fine. Let's talk about what happened today. I entered AFRM. AFRM. Let's look at that. So I've been watching this stock for quite a while now. So this cup and handle was forming. The hand I was waiting for handle to form, which never formed, and now there's a rising wedge that I'm monitoring, but never break down the edge wedge. So today also it didn't break down, but I see this rounded top forming, which kind of is telling me that the momentum is slowing down. And similarly, you can see in the volume candles here, the volume is coming down. The only concern I have is this earnings, which is 10th November. Uh, which anyway, yeah, I got into 18 days out put spread. So I'm into 130, 135, which is around 130, 135, around here, 130 and 135. So already I'm up 12% in this trade. I only have one debit spread. Uh, but most probably, if tomorrow it falls down, which I think tomorrow we might have a red day, I will probably sell it and then just get the profit, whatever I can get out of this trade. But whenever it falls, it's going to fall hard. If you look at this AFRM, it did went kind of parabolic, I would say, and then it hasn't fallen down yet. So we'll see what happens. So this is the one trade that I got into today, and then AMD I got out in the morning. That's what I did. I think AMD. Yes, I haven't forgot what I did in AMD today because I did a couple of trades on AMD today. I think I did play call on AMD 123. I think call. Yes, and that exited out. I'm not sure if you guys are still in there in that trade. But AMD is kind of forming this handle on cup, so I didn't want to stay in the trade for long. So I did play the call, but I also got into the put later on, which I didn't announce because myself was not sure whether it's going to play out, and I was actually right. It broke this pattern and went up, so I had to sell the trade on loss. So I was happy that I didn't announce it in the channel because I myself was not certain. But it's possible that tomorrow it might go down. And overall, I got into AMD put 115 put 18 days out. So if you guys are interested tomorrow, you can get into the same one. Uh, I am thinking that AMD will come down to this level uh, the next few days. But at the same time, I'm a little concerned to play any puts in November because November historically is uh, very bullish. So we're going to expect Santa rally coming in and all those. But looking at this price action, the only reason I got into puts was that because it's far away from this 50 EMA, and then there's a trend line, and we just finished the fifth wave on fifth Elliott wave. So it's time for it to uh, go down a little bit, retrace a little bit before it goes further up. So I'm gonna play this trade and exit out whenever I have a decent profit. Now, as a rule, I normally don't wait for 100% returns. I know there are certain traders who really have that patience to stay in the trade until they get 100% or more than 60, 70%. But somehow, I'm always afraid. Whenever I see 40%, 30, 40%, I exit out. Because many times I have gave back the profits to the market. So I normally exit out and look for another trade whenever I get a decent profit. So that was one play I did today. Now DKNG, I exited 50 call. Let's look at DKNG. DKNG. So if you guys follow me, I was in two calls, 50 call and 60 call. 50 call was 4 days out, I think, and November 5th expiry, and 60 call is December 17th expiry. So I'm out of 50 call. It was good. So we had this huge green candle today, and I exited out at a decent profit. And this is another trade that I'm still into 60 call, and I'm really confident on that trade also. I'm already 40% up on that. So when DKNG was here, I got into 60 call, which was a very good entry. That's why I always stress on having a very good entries. if you have a very good entry, you don't have to worry about that trade. I mean, you can still get into loss, but the probability is really low. So look for good entries and let the trade play out. My problem is that I have paper hands, so I normally exit out trade before its full potential. But that's just my problem. It's still a profit, and I'm not worried about that. Profit is profit. I'd rather have multiple trades and exit out when I feel comfortable than staying in and just sweating whether if the market is going to go down or not. Apart from that, Starbucks. I hope you guys scaled in Starbucks when it went down. I'm almost back to this, almost gonna get green overall in Starbucks. Uh, it felt really hard. I mean, it kind of broke my heart when it felt that hard. But I did scale in heavily. So this green candles put me back in green in most of the. You sold early DKNG, yeah. Yeah, I know. It's hard to like stay in a trade when you see solid green candles. I have the same problem. But Starbucks, I'm really hopeful. Today, actually, I saw few traders who played Starbucks and they really played it well. And it was a really solid green candle today. And it's hitting this 200-day EMA as a resistance, but it's gonna get past it. I think I'm pretty sure about that. So I'm in a 115 call, and I still have 18 days. So not too worried about Starbucks, to be honest. Tesla. Let's talk about Tesla. What's going on with Tesla? You also exit MA. Yes, I did exit MA. Are you still in MA? The reason I exited MA was because I was already in 40% profit, and as a rule, I normally look for exit during that uh, profit percentage. But I know MA still has potential. We're gonna look into the chart and see if I should get back in or not. Tesla is crazy. I got into this put spread 940, 950, I think, and I was hoping that Tesla will go down here. It did went down a little bit on that day, but I couldn't sold my spread because of PDT, and I was anyways gonna play it as a lotto, and I thought it's gonna go to this level, but Tesla is insane. Look at these huge candles. It's really gone parabolic now. It can go down, but I don't think I have that much time. I might most probably get a loss on that trade, but it was $182, so I'm okay with that. It's fine. It was kind of a lotto anyways for me. I don't have. I want to play Tesla, but in the past, Tesla has given me a lot of good gains. But at this point, I'm not sure how to play Tesla. Should I get into puts? Should I get into calls? I don't believe it's gonna keep going like this in calls. But at the same time, I got into puts at this position, and I'm going into loss. So betting against Tesla is really hard. So I'm staying away from Tesla at this point. Although it's a very good company, and people have made so much money with Tesla. But right now, I'm staying away from it. It's just too much to handle. Uh, let's look at MA. Oh, it came back down. So I probably did a right thing by selling it around here. What happened here? Did it came down in the second half? Yeah, came down in the second half probably. Mm, yeah. So I did sold my spread, but I might get it back into it. I mean, it's going down. So depending upon how it is tomorrow. Today I normally exited my positions because it was really green day. I didn't get into many new positions because I will wait for a little bit of pullback in the market, which can happen tomorrow or day after tomorrow. And when we get a pullback, I might get into more trades. So I think this strategy kind of is working good for me, where in green days I mostly sell my existing positions and take the profit, and in red days I get into new positions where you get a dip and retracements. Are you playing Disney tomorrow? What is it? Something going on with Disney? I'm not sure. What is it about Disney? Am I missing anything? Not sure. I was not planning to play Disney because I don't even know if anything special is going on with Disney. I drew these lines because I was planning to trade butterfly spread with Disney. The price was almost flat, so I was thinking of going into butterfly spread with two calls at this price and then maybe a put in the middle, two puts in the middle. Is on the small account challenge. Let me take a look. Disney. I like the very of this gap below. Oh, so it is sitting as a support right now. Yeah, it is actually right. Yeah, it is not bad actually. Think about it. Sitting at the support. But he did mention there's a gap below, which is a valid concern, but I don't believe it's gonna go below that level. What is it? 166 or something. There's not a gap. It's not actually a gap because I see this candle here. Kind of filled that gap. There's a little bit of gap from here, 159 to 150, which is okay. It's not that huge. So it's sitting at a support. It might be a good trade. Yeah, I think we should consider this trade tomorrow. Adding it to today. Is there any ticker somebody else wants to take a look at? So let's just. I don't want. I want to like shorten this watch list getting bigger. AMD I'm still considering. MA I'm still considering. ENDP. I don't know how many of you played ENDP. I was in stocks and man, it was a good stock. And if you look at this stock, the consensus price for this is around $6 to $7, and I was here. I get into here in $2.77, and I exited around here uh, because I knew that there's a resistance on top, and it went down from here. But now it's again going back up and crossing this resistance. I might get into the stocks again once it goes above this. So keep that in mind in case you want to buy stocks for this ENDP. It's a very good. If you, I can actually show you. Yahoo Finance. ENDP. Yep. What did I click? Oh, I don't like cryptocurrencies. Get me out of here. ENDP. See, if you look at this, it's undervalued stock, and the 1 year target estimate is $6.80. So it's a very nice, very good stock if you want to get some shares. $8 call on December 3rd. Zynga. Okay, let's take a look at it. Zynga. Hmm. Overall, it's in a downward trend. So we have earnings. Man, November 8th. So if come on, go, 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 go. Computer's getting slow. I don't know why. That might not be correct actually. Come on. This is more accurate. Yeah, it's forming a bar pattern actually. So we did broke the more recent downward trend and came back to retest the support, and the support is tested now. So we have this green candle here. It might be a good trade actually. Right. So you are on $8 call, which is good. I like this trade. Uh, we are also forming kind of, if we look closely, inverted cup and handle. What else? What other signals we have here? Okay. Ichimoku is still showing red. Is there any waves that I can see in this one? I don't see any uptrend waves. But yeah, this might be a good trade actually. We'll see how it works tomorrow and then might get into position. Cup and handle is not that good looking. But it's something. Okay, looks good. I think you should be fine today. Let's add that. Somebody asked for Snap. Naveen. Oh, what happened to Snap? For we are forming a beer flag. Are you in calls or puts? Let me just get rid of everything. Oh man, unlucky me. I did some analysis on Snap when this beer flag was forming and it dropped so much. I should have considered that trade. Yeah, so it's bearish. I don't. Are you in? I hope you're not in calls. It's not gonna go back up that quickly. I see some more pain in this. So there's one level here from where it can bounce. It seems like it's a good support at this level. And if it crosses below that, then I can see some support here. But this is the major support. So I think it's gonna go down to this support and bounce from here, which might be a good time to get into calls. But wait for confirmation on this one. Add Snap to watch list today. I'll keep that in a watch list so that I can keep an eye on this. But at this point, puts to this level 48. Definitely puts. Yep, puts will work fine. 45, 45. Yeah, at, I'm not sure about 45, but at least till 48 should be okay. If tomorrow is a red day, this might be a good play actually. It might be just a trade, 20 minutes trade. You get into it and then get out. Uh, but you set Intel. I tend to stay away from Intel for some reason. Maybe it's just a bad experience in the past that I had with Intel. But I think I did cover this in one of my live stream. This is bullish. Intel at this, at least the candles are bullish. Although I'm not sure. I think there's a support here I drew before. There's a major support in this level. Yeah, major support is at this level. Let's go back. Although these candles itself are bullish, if you go back to daily, right? I can talk a little bit why these candles are bullish. I don't know why my computer is so slow. Maybe we have three monitors attached and stream is going on. So if you look at this, right, there's a red candle and there's a doji candle in middle, and then there's a green candle. So I think this combination of these three candles is called Harami pattern, and it's bullish. And you do see that after that we have another green candle, which is another bullish sign. Now there's a huge gap here. So if if uh, if I have to trade, if I have long Intel, then I will wait for it to get into this zone at least. Uh, if Let me draw it at least to this zone. Put a stop loss around here and play till this. Yeah, that's what I will play if I have to long Intel. But before that, don't get into it. It's possible that this probably is just a zigzag and the price will go just like this. So it's retracing in a bearish manner, and then boom. So be careful with this. It can either be a bounce going back up. So wait for confirmation, multiple confirmations before you get into trade. Awesome. What else? I also want to thin down my watch list. I think this trade is almost over. So there was a uh, this resistance here, and I wanted to get into it around this candle. For some reason, I didn't play this. I think this trade is almost over. Maybe I can just get rid of this one. Yeah, this RBLX. It's forming bull flag, but I don't like the price action. That's why I didn't get into this trade. It's so much choppy. The candles are not super clear. I mean, look at this, the pins. So that's why I think we should just forget about this. I'm just gonna remove it. Square. I'm still waiting for it to come down from 248 to 90, 248.98. I have alert on here, but it's still above that level. So if it goes below that, then we can play puts to in square to this level, but not touching this before that. FRM, we are already in BGFV. This I was considering because the percentage of short float is huge in BGFV, and I think this can squeeze any day, but still it's a risky trade. So not touching this at all for now. PayPal, Starbucks, we already talked about. Zoom. Did anybody got into Zoom, by the way? Keep staying in between 24 $25 in CRSR. We'll take a look at that. I started making position in Zoom, and I am in 390 400 spread, 200 days out. So I have time. I'm going in loss right now, but I'm not worried about this at all. I might keep on adding to it at every dip and maybe build a good position in 100 days or so, 3 months. CRSR. Yeah, it created this huge falling wedge. Look at this cost basis. That's when I bought these stocks for this. So much down on this one. But I'm holding it. So I believe in this company and it should be okay. It will go back to that range. But yes, you're right. It stays in this range. Are you planning to play something like butterfly spread or something in this? So we can talk. Let's talk about butterfly spreads today when we have time. Uh, how do I do that? CRSR. So this is testy work that normally I use for trading. I've hidden. I did hide my account. So let's take a look. Go to curve, maybe Extend table. You can actually select butterfly long from here and go to curve. Now this is a butterfly spread. What happens is that you have two calls on the sides and two puts in the middle. Yeah, but that's the reason I started adding like few things that you guys can learn new every time we go live. So the idea is that if you believe that for a particular stock the price is going to stay between a range, in this case, if you look at CRSR, right? So you said the price stays between 24 to 25 range. So what you can do is you can say, okay, give me one. So you can drag actually. Come on, drag, drag, drag. I'm not able to drag. My computer is slow. Sorry, guys. I'm not able to drag. Mm, okay, maybe it doesn't have any strikes. Anyway, so if you think the price stays between 20 to 30, for example, right? And you go here, you see this profit curves. So what this is showing, I don't think it's showing any profit here, but oh, my computer sucks. So what this graph is telling you is that if the price at the expiry stays between 23.5 and 26.5, you'll be profitable. So these spreads you can generally use when you think the price is going sideways. So it's not going up, it's not going down. So there is no possibility of playing calls and puts, and the price is just flat line. So that's when you can play butterfly spreads. And if you look at the max loss in this trade, it's 95, and the max profit is 155. And the probability of 50% is 85%, and the probability of profit is 31%, which is pretty good actually. I know that there was one person in small account challenge who started playing what butterfly spreads, and he was profitable. There's one trade I think that he was on loss, but otherwise it's pretty good to experiment at. So on Thursday or on Wednesdays, try to play with the butterfly spread for any stock that stays flat, like the CRSR can be a good choice, or even Disney. And I did play with AHT in the past. So try to play this and get familiar with all these strategies. It's gonna be useful for you to understand. You need a course. I have Apple mouse and keyboard, but the problem is I have three monitors attached to my laptop and a lot of IDs. You see this. I'm a developer, so Goland, IntelliJ, WebStorm, VS Code. I don't know what things are running on this thing. But anyways, I think that's pretty much it. You guys have anything else to discuss about? And hopefully we'll keep on adding one new thing every time we go live, so that you guys can learn along the way. If there's nothing else, then I'm gonna conclude this stream, and let's see what brings tomorrow. Today was actually a very good day for me, at least my positions. I really was in good profit today. Anyways, thank you guys. I'm gonna stop the stream.